Welfare House for all that you do. Because bringing communities together is so very, very important. Don't take for granted that there will always be that sense of coming together when unfortunately there are people in our society, in our world, who want to divide us. 2 years ago, the wonderful life of Macram Ali was brought to an end by a racist who drove his vehicle into a crowd coming from prayers. Macram died. The response of our community was, we are not going to be divided by these people. The churches, the synagogues, the mosques, the community came together to declare that we will be in solidarity and love with each other, strong and much stronger than those that want to divide us and can only ever send a message of hate. Our reply to them is, there will be no message of hate allowed, because we want people to come and be together. And that's what we said at that time, and that's what we say now. And there are those that wish to divide our society by attacks on synagogues, attacks on churches, attacks on mosques. There are those that practice Islamophobia. An attack on anyone's place of worship, be it a synagogue, a church, a temple or a mosque, is actually an attack on all of us. It's an attack on all of our communities. I want our children to grow up in a world of diversity, of wonder and of beauty. But if they grow up in a world dominated by discrimination and hate, then their lives will be less exciting, their lives will be less imaginative, and above all, the collective problems we face cannot be solved. Those that divide our community don't build houses that people need to live in. They don't build schools that our children need to learn in. They don't build hospitals that we all need to be cared in. They don't solve any of those problems. And a world riven with division will not be able to deal with the huge issue that we all face of climate change and the damage we're doing to our natural world. So what we're practicing here today in Finsbury Park is to bring people together, to enjoy a wonderful supper together, and to thank this mosque and all the others for the work they do day in, day out in helping and supporting people. The homeless and the hungry that are fed in mosques, the homeless and the hungry that are given succour and comfort and support when it's denied to all of them. But they also show us a way of charitable donations and charitable giving, and show us a way of the kind of world that we can, and I believe ought to be able to live in. I want us to live in a world of peace. I do not want to live in a world dominated by war or the threat of war, and we only achieve all the things that we want when we come together. And what Ramadan does is something very special. I live just down the road from this mosque in this community. Ramadan is a very special time of the year when people come together for these wonderful suppers, and there's that sense of friendship and inclusion and joy. So when we enjoy the hospitality of the gifts that have been brought to us this evening, that we may all get something to eat, let's thank them for that. And let's make sure that we do build that society where we do not pass by on the other side to the hungry, the homeless, or those that are suffering. As a society, we don't pass by on the other side for those that are going through stress and mental illness in our society. We recognise that a society that cares for each other is actually stronger than one that practices hate against each other. The power and the strength of support and love for each other is far, far greater than that of those that seek to divide us. Tonight, let us celebrate our community, celebrate coming together, celebrate what we all can achieve together, and give that sense of hope and optimism and inclusion for all of our children, that they may benefit from the efforts we make to create a better, safer and more peaceful world for them in the future. Our dreams will be that reality if we work together, stay together and support each other. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone here tonight.